30 Scandinavian Airlines, that's my country. $40, $50, Super 60, that's 67. I was 1 year old. And the 62 extended range, 67. So they have a very good range. I never fly with this, I think. And the Super 70, 82. But they're not flying yet, but that's true in Congo. Should be 2 DC-8 in Congo as a cargo, so that's the only one flying. So they're not really flying, but they have a very good range. $5,600. But they have a shorter, maybe shorter range than the 707. That's in the United Kingdom from 1960. I don't know much about it, but I'll not read it yet. But that's United Kingdom. 1960. 4 engines. But I think the range was very bad. No, range actually good. Range is 4,500. Range is good. And another Convair. I'll not read it yet. That's from 62. Made 37. That's a low number because everyone probably like to buy this Boeing 707. And the DC-8, they did not like to buy this from United Kingdom. They like to have the American. They have 2 pilots, flight engineer and navigator. So I'll not read this. Probably the range is not good. So they did select DC-8. So that's kind of DC-8 copy. Range, actually that's good, 6,000 kilometers. The range is very good. So, and the cruising speed is very good. Max speed is very high. That's higher than the Dreamliner. The Boeing 787 Dreamliner is 0.9. So it flies very fast. Cruising speed very high, Mach 0.84. The range very good, service ceiling very high. So I don't know why they don't like it, but they did not like to buy it. Only 37 that did like to buy them. They only make it like 2 years. They only make it 2, and then nobody did like to order, then they have to stop production, of course. It was faster. It was faster than DC-8. but if nobody like to buy it, higher cruising speed and longer range. Palma de Mallorca Airport. Oh, let's move it to my airports collections. I think I kept my airports. There, let's put it here. This is where I have all my airports I like to read about. Kuala Lumpur, Frankfurt, that's very large airports. But some I've read about long time ago, but just like to read again. Palma de Mallorca, that's very large. There's a lot of charter flights. That's if you, I'm living in Denmark, so if I fly Microsoft Flight Simulator, I can fly down to this airport. That's not so far away. That's just across the Alps. That's like 2,000 kilometers. Amsterdam, super large airport. There's another runway all the way out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 runways. Madrid, another very large airport. 4 runways. That's very large. You have to use a ultralight aircraft if you have to look. You fly all the way down here. If you have to look and fly Microsoft Flight Simulator, you have to take an ultralight aircraft. Yes. Well, that's actually a good aircraft, but nobody did like to buy it, so they have to stop. Cost a lot of money to make this aircraft. So they have to stop production. This is a shorter Boeing 720 is a shorter version of the 707 from 1960. Made 150. It's a shorter for shorter range routes. It's a shorter version. The flight deck. But still a very good range, 5,900, have a very long range. So that's 1960. That's another Soviet Union, like 62. So the Soviet Union built tens of thousands of aircraft. They really built a lot. Some they still use today. They use all this aircraft they built in the 80s and 90s in the Soviet Union. They use the military aircraft. That's in Stockholm, Arlanda. So this I don't know anything about because I not read it yet. Look like a Boeing 727, 3 engines, but they only built more 110. But they made it many years. That's 64. That's before I'm born. I was born 66. It looks like a Boeing 727. So this did fly before I'm born. Cabin. '62. $1978. Air silent. $3,600, $4,000. That's from United Kingdom. That's another one, United Kingdom. Four engines. Only 52 from 62. Don't know anything. I'm not read it yet. So they did not buy like they like to buy the American. They like to buy the Boeing and the DC-8. They did not like to buy all this from United Kingdom. That's 4 engines. Flight deck. '72. $1973. '75. Oh, that's super long. 9,400. That's a super long range. Service ceiling very high. So that's a good aircraft. Cruising speed very high. 38,000 feet. So that's a good aircraft. Range super long range. But that nobody did like to buy it. That's the Boeing 727 from 64. 1,800. They're still flying today. They're flying as cargo aircraft. They're flying in the north somewhere. I have this flight radar, but I'm too tired to open today. 3 crew cockpits. Flight engineer. Cabin. But they fly like cargo aircraft. Cargo in in Venezuela and Colombia. And they did fly in Iran a few years ago, 2019, 6 years ago. So they're still flying. They're still flying as a cargo aircraft. Range is 3,500, 4,000. The range is fine. This one, I don't know this, that's 244 from 65. Oh, they make this many years. They made it like 20 years. And they made it in Romania. That's United British. Probably get a lot of money from the British government. So I have not read it yet. But that's 65, looks a bit small. I think this is maybe it's a propel. This one is like a DC-6 with piston engines. $67 look like very small. $82. Ryanair had all kind of old aircrafts. Cabin, and one was flying a few years ago. This one flying like 2019. It's this Northrop Grumman. That's American defense company. So they fly like 6 years ago. So the range is show only 2,000. The range is not good. The range is not good. That's the famous DC-9. I think that's from 65. First flight 65 and December 65, and that's made close to 1,000. This Scandinavia airline got it. They are still flying in Africa. They're flying in Nairobi in Kenya. That's 65, but that's look very small. It looks very, very small. The cockpit, cabin, that looks very, very small aircraft. That's my country says Scandinavian Airlines. Look how small it is. But the Boeing The Boeing Classic was very small, but I have series 10, and the 20. I have not read it yet. 30, 40, 50, so now it's much longer. The range is bad, only 2,000 kilometers. The range is, but it's good enough. 2,000 kilometers is good enough inside Europe. You can fly like everywhere. If you fly from like Switzerland, Geneva, 2,000 kilometers, you can fly like everything. Like Geneva, Oslo. That's the Concorde. 76, 20. But the Concorde did crash. And then they stop usage. That's 69. This super. I think maybe not bid less again, because it costs too much money. That's SAS DC-9. SAS DC-9 tail. Flight deck, a lot of bottoms. You can get it in Microsoft Flight Simulator. You can play with, download this, or you can buy it. But I think they should build it again. They should build it in a modern version in carbon fibers with a longer range, and more, maybe 200 seats. So there's some big engines, but that will cost a lot of money. Will cost a lot of money. $72. Range 7,000 kilometer range, but that's enough for Paris, London, or Paris, New York, London, New York, Amsterdam, New York, Mark II. Oh, that's a Concorde copy. The build 16, I think that's still flying. And now we need some power on my camcorder. It's 77, so I need to take a break. And charging my camcorder. And we have to finish in half an hour.